Israel faces accusations of crimes against humanity in Gaza as a UN commission condemned the deliberate attacks on medical personnel and civilians, violating the Geneva Conventions that govern the rules of war. Amid ongoing violence, media workers are increasingly targeted, including the critical injury of an Al Jazeera cameraman and the death of journalist Omar al-Balawi, who was shot in the neck by an Israeli sniper. In the US, Hurricane Milton has left millions without power in Florida, with at least 16 confirmed deaths. The hurricane caused widespread destruction, and recovery efforts continue to be underway. With many fleeing the state of Florida, many others have decided to brave the storm out due to a lack of options of where to go. In the Ukraine-Russia war, Ukrainian journalist Victoria Roschina was confirmed to have died in Russian custody after being missing for over a year. Her death is another tragic loss in the war, which continues to take a heavy toll on journalists. Bolivian prosecutors have issued an arrest warrant for former President Evo Morales over allegations of sexual misconduct. Morales claims it is part of a political campaign against him as tensions rise ahead of the upcoming elections.
If the law says so, be it Evo Morales or whoever, the law is above everyone. We are already working in what is according to law, and what proceeds is exactly that, to issue an arrest warrant. He was duly notified and without violating any of his rights. The arrest warrant is only for him to come, be present and give his statement.
Tensions between Ethiopia and its neighbors have intensified, as Egypt, Somalia, and Eritrea have aligned themselves against Addis Ababa. The recent summit between the leaders of these three countries in Asmara is seen by some analysts as a united front to counter Ethiopia's growing regional influence. The summit's outcomes have sparked concerns that this axis may escalate geopolitical pressures in the Horn of Africa. The tension largely stems from long-standing disputes, including Ethiopia's controversial dam on the Nile and its recent moves in the self-declared Republic of Somaliland, which has angered Somalia. Despite this, Somalia's officials have downplayed the idea of an anti-Ethiopian coalition, claiming their focus is on cooperation and peace. Recently, South African President Cyril Ramaphosa saw charges against him dropped, particularly those related to the Falafala farm scandal. The scandal involved allegations of money laundering and cover-ups after a large sum of cash was stolen from Ramaphosa's farm in 2020. The decision to drop the charges was made by the acting public protector, citing insufficient evidence to link Ramaphosa to any wrongdoing. The opposition, particularly the economic freedom fighters, has criticized the move, arguing it shows bias in favor of the president. The 2024 Nobel Peace Prize has been awarded to Nihon Hidankyo, a Japanese organization made up of survivors of the Hiroshima and Nagasaki atomic bombings, also known as Hibakusha. The group has been recognized for its tireless efforts to promote a world free of nuclear weapons and for sharing powerful witness testimony about the devastating consequences of nuclear warfare. Their work has contributed significantly to building international opposition to the use of nuclear weapons.
The extraordinary efforts of Nihon Hidankyo and other representatives of the Hibakusha have contributed greatly to the establishment of the nuclear taboo. It is therefore alarming that today this taboo against the use of nuclear weapons is under pressure. The nuclear powers are modernizing and upgrading their arsenals. New countries appear to be preparing to acquire nuclear weapons, and threats are being made to use nuclear weapons as part of ongoing warfare.
Yolanda Robert, Arise News.